Right now, a response from Donald Trump following reports that he could face charges related to the January 6th insurrection. Also, how the country is dealing with 3 major illnesses as we approach the holidays.
And it's definitely colder out there as you step outside this morning. I'll track out those temperatures today as long as the sun too, and when we'll see our next chance for snow.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us on this chilly Sunday morning. I'm Shane Hogan. Hopefully you're getting excited for the upcoming week. Christmas is just 1 week away. Hard to believe we're already there. Before we get to our top stories, though, this morning, I'm going to throw things over to Greg. It's a cold one, Greg, and you've got some maybe more snow in the forecast as well.
Yeah, it's definitely cold for some areas, especially out to the west of Rochester there. They got 20 below. These are the wind chills right now, so where it's cleared out a little bit, they got the wind, so it's definitely cold out there. Even down here, we've got some negative wind chills. Unfortunately, this may look entirely different as we get a week from now. It might even be worse than this, but it is a chilly morning waking up right now. Right as you see the bigger picture going on, the low that we were responsible for all the snow is actually starting to push off east. You got nothing to the west right now. That's the good news, that we're going to see more sun today. As you zoom in, you can see not much going on with precipitation. Really, the snow is now lake effect enhanced. As we zoom out, really not much to the west yet. But you can see temperatures, we're not going to really budge much with the temperatures today. We're going to climb up to about the teens or single digits. Overall, as the radar says, we zoom in, there's still a little bit of flurry activity in certain areas, especially southern Wisconsin, eastern, but overall not much snow. We're going to lose those cloud covers. You see temperatures today, you're going to climb maybe up to the upper single digits there. Teens for lower Wisconsin too. Not much in the way of warmth, even with the sun that goes on. I'm going to track out those next chance of snow that's coming tomorrow, as well as how cold it's going to get later this week.
Okay, Greg, thank you. This morning, former President Donald Trump is responding to reports that he could face a criminal referral by the House January 6th committee. The decision could come tomorrow, and it's further complicating the former president's bid to return to the White House. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has more.
After gathering mountains of footage and conducting more than 1,000 interviews, the House January 6th committee is preparing to issue its final report on the attack on the U.S. Capitol and the role of former President Trump.
The central cause of January 6th was one man, Donald Trump.
The committee must finish its work because it will be dissolved when the new Republican-controlled House is seated in January. So in a final move first reported by Politico, they are expected to vote to recommend the Justice Department pursue criminal charges against Trump.
I think members have become convinced that there's value in it.
At least 3 charges are reportedly being considered: insurrection, obstruction of an official proceeding, and conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government.
What they have been examining is what Trump was doing in that time in the weeks leading up to it, as he pressured state officials, as he pressured his own vice president, Mike Pence, to try to find a way to overturn the election.
The committee's referral would have no legal weight, but it could put political pressure on the Justice Department to formally pursue charges. On his Truth Social platform, former President Trump hit back, writing, quote, "They are going after me because they are really going after you." But the news, along with other investigations and legal battles surrounding the former president, further complicates his bid for re-election.
My candidacy for president.
A Quinnipiac poll released last week found his lowest favorability rating among Republicans in more than 6 years. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The House Ways and Means Committee is also expected to meet next week to decide whether to release portions of former President Trump's tax returns. He has resisted releasing them for years, but Democrats obtained them after a long legal battle. Across the U.S. in Texas, the mayor of El Paso has declared a state of emergency to address the surge in migrants crossing the southern border. It comes as a federal health order known as Title 42 is set to expire on Wednesday. That order was used during the pandemic to quickly expel migrants. The town's mayor says the influx of migrants is straining city resources, and the declaration came as a response to protect those seeking asylum.
I said from the beginning that I would call it when I felt that either our asylum seekers or our community was not safe, and I really believe that today our asylum seekers are not safe.
The declaration is in effect for 7 days, after which the City Council will decide to extend the order beyond next Saturday. 2 days after being suspended on Twitter, several journalists have now their accounts reinstated by the social media platform. On Thursday, Twitter suspended certain accounts after owner Elon Musk falsely claimed some reporters shared his exact real-time location. The controversy involved the reporting of a competing social media service that hosted a private jet tracking account following the location of Musk's plane. To many critics, Musk's action called into question his commitment to free speech. Those accounts restored include CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan, the New York Times' Ryan Mack, and many others. Right now, much of the country is facing a triple threat of flu, RSV, and COVID-19. And a new milestone this week as the U.S. recorded 100 million COVID cases since the start of the pandemic. CBS's Michael George has the very latest with the holidays right around the corner.
The Buck family of Marin County, California is venturing out again after recovering from a bad outbreak of the flu.
It's been literally hell.
Just as Americans gather for the holidays, the nation is being gripped by a triple-demic of respiratory illnesses: COVID, the flu, and RSV. The CDC estimates there have already been 15 million flu cases, with nearly every part of the country reporting high or very high levels.
This is the season. It's hitting hard and early.
Some have reported difficulty finding cold and flu medicine and children's painkillers. COVID cases are also surging, though not as high as last year. The White House is once again providing Americans with free tests at covidtest.gov.
We preserved the tests so we could have them on hand for exactly this moment.
RSV hospitalizations remain high, putting a strain on hospitals. CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus says Americans should limit their exposure to others this week.
I don't want you sick and not being able to go to your family event. So as much as possible now, try to use caution so that we can all get together for those family events.
And Dr. Agus also says it's not too late to get your flu shot. It takes about a week to kick in, and remember, the flu season will continue for the next few months. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Still ahead this morning, a health conversation about the season of giving. And you're taking a live look over downtown La Crosse this morning. Greg's tracking those cold temps and the wind chills when we come back.
My favorite time of year is finally here. Toyotathon is on. Who's crafty?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
One Prilosec OTC each morning blocks heartburn all day and all night. Prilosec OTC reduces excess acid for 24 hours, blocking heartburn before it starts. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
This cough.
This will help.
Vicks Vapor Rub?
Vicks Vapor Rub's medicated vapors go straight to the source of your cough, so you can relieve your cough to breathe easier. Vicks Vapor Rub, fast-acting cough relief.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each Butterburger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item?
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
My favorite time of year is finally here. Toyotathon is on. Who's crafty?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
Yeah, we're going to have a quiet, pretty much end to the work week and maybe a quiet beginning of the work week, but things are going to change too. For travel impacts right now, not too much going on. We still got some wind chill, obviously this morning in certain areas to keep in mind of. But then we got another system coming Monday night, Tuesday morning. Minor accumulations with that one. And then when all eyes really turned on is to the system that comes Wednesday and beyond, which we'll get in a few more details here in a little bit. But for today, we're going to see more sun this afternoon. That's the good news. Bad news, the temperatures will not really respond to that sun much. But overall, through tonight and tomorrow, generally clear skies, and then tomorrow we'll start seeing clouds increasing as you get that system. Two pieces, one north, one to the south, that's going to kind of push through this area Monday afternoon through Tuesday morning. You can see the snow spreading across the area from Monday afternoon through early overnight. By the time we wake up Tuesday morning, most of the snow will be done. Skies will probably begin to clear out once again, and then temperatures will respond to go down. So that's the one that we're watching for Tuesday. Not a huge system, but something to keep in mind of. For today, temperatures really not going to get probably above 10 degrees west towards Rochester with the clear skies. More sun down here, but still upper teens for lower Wisconsin. So it's even colder than yesterday, but you notice less cloud cover. So that's the good news. The sun will be out today, but the temperatures will be actually colder than we've had. Tonight, they're all going to probably drop pretty quick with the clear skies, probably below zero in many locations west of La Crosse, even probably up towards Sparta, McCoy. Those areas will probably see below 0.2. Even down here, we'll get into the single digits for many of the areas of southern Wisconsin. And then by tomorrow morning, you'll start to see clouds increase because of that system. So then our temperatures should climb up fairly nice tomorrow back into the 20s before the snow starts. But it will be a cold start to your Monday morning with temperatures that cold. Then we look at Wednesday, Thursday system. We know we're going to have a period of snow during that time. Especially the wind is going to be a big factor, and the wind chills too. What we don't know going on right now is how much snow favors more southeastern Wisconsin right now, when the worst travel conditions, and how long this may persist. There's some ideas it may persist even through Saturday. If you look at the snow right now, this is from Wednesday through Thursday. Greater, you start to see it lift up here. This is about 30%, 50% chance of greater than 3 inches. By the time we get to then the next Thursday, Friday 24-hour period, it now shifts more to southeastern Wisconsin and even to the lake. So this is what we're watching for, those two periods where we're going to get some snow. We are going to get snow, it's just how much we're going to get. Still left a little question, so stay tuned for more updates as we get to that point here in the future. In the meantime, quiet, really Sunday, just chilly. Then we have the snow come in tomorrow afternoon, evening, and then overall it gets cold beyond that system that we're going to keep an eye on. Like I said, we know that's going to be wind. We know it's going to get cold. Those wind chills are going to be cold by that period. It's just how much snow during that time. Even if we get not a lot of snow, the blowing and drifting too is going to be a concern with that too.
Got to keep an eye on that. All right, going to be an impactful week, Craig. Thank you very much. In this morning's health conversation, I sat down with Dr. Rupashaw to talk about the health benefits of giving and being kind. Well, this time of year is often described as the season of giving, with ample opportunity to give more than just gifts to others. SSM Health family medicine physician and wellness coach Dr. Rupashaw joins us this morning to talk about how you also receive health benefits from giving and being kind. I think this is a great message this time of year. Everyone knows that it feels good to give, whether it's giving gifts or volunteering. Is there any science explaining to why we feel that good feeling?
Yeah, so researchers have actually looked at the brains of people that give their time to charity or volunteer. What they found doing these, what they're called functional MRIs, is you can see areas of the brain in the front called the mesolimbic area that actually light up. That's the center for reward and pleasure. So when we give, we are actually doing good things for our brain.
That's so cool. I love the science behind that stuff.
Cool.
How else can these good feelings translate to better overall health?
Yeah, so when we're giving of ourselves and our time, it really just gives us a sense of purpose in life, which is what a lot of us are looking for, right? It's not, we don't need enough money, we don't need things, right? But just giving of ourselves and finding that purpose. And when we have more purpose, this does translate to better health. People find themselves less depressed. They have overall improved moods. We also know that it can help lower our blood pressure, make us feel calmer. So there's a lot of health benefits for volunteering and giving of of yourself.
Yeah, and, you might not recognize it, but it really can kind of pick you up mentally, physically. I think that's great to know. Now, are there any instances when giving too much could negate those benefits?
Sure. Just like anything else, sometimes we feel like, oh, we should give more and we should give more of our time and of ourselves. And then all of a sudden, then you've lost that balance. So really, again, just keeping in mind, do what feels fulfilling and rewarding for yourself, but make sure that you balance it with enough time for yourself, that you're getting enough rest, enough sleep, hydration, right? You don't want to overdo any one thing.
Right. And financially, too, I think that's something, especially lately, I think that's something people are thinking about this year as well. But again, the kindness and the science behind it is so fascinating. Well, thank you, Dr. Shaw. Where else can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shaw.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our thanks to Dr. Shaw, as always. Coming up next this morning, a conversation with Wisconsin's own Charlie Behrens ahead of his big commencement address later today.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
At Wells Fargo, direct deposits come up to 2 days early with early payday. What if everything came 2 days early?
Have a good weekend, Mary. All right now. Have a good weekend.
But it's Wednesday.
See you Monday.
Am I missing something?
It's the weekend, baby. See you later.
Like getting things 2 days early? When it comes to payday, you can with Wells Fargo.
What are you doing this weekend?
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who'll keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
You are a friend, a neighbor, a family at heart. We are Gruber Law Offices, your ally and your advocate. Trucking accidents can be catastrophic, resulting in extreme property damage, life-threatening injuries, and even death. You need Gruber Law Offices to fight for you, and we'll fight because we care. You can get the help you need because we are Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, are we gonna fit? There we go. At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams. All right, open your eyes. Welcome home. Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the good news is we don't have much snow going on today, just a few flurries left, but overall cloud cover is going to be going away and the sun's going to come out. Radar right now looks actually pretty good. I know Janesville had a little bit of light snow. La Crosse did have a little bit earlier, but overall we're going to see more sun today for La Crosse. Temperatures unfortunately are not going to really improve much into the lower teens with that west wind. Tonight, clear skies going to drop even colder. For Madison, clouds will actually break out this afternoon. Temperatures once again getting close to 20, but colder than yesterday with a light west wind. The bottom line, like I said, more sun today, colder temperatures even tonight. Snow returns Monday night into Tuesday with some light accumulation. And then we got a bigger storm on our way with snow and especially wind and even lower wind chills coming Wednesday through Thursday. Details need to be worked out exactly how much snow, but it will be impactful, especially when it comes to wind and those temperatures as you see in the 10-day. Those are just the temperatures. The wind chills likely will be colder, especially coming Thursday and Friday. So bundle up And then stay tuned to what will come with that in case you're traveling as we go towards the Christmas holiday weekend.
Okay, Greg, thank you. Today, UW will host its winter commencement ceremony. The keynote speaker is UW alum and comedian Charlie Behrens. Our Brady Mallory and Charlotte DeLeste spoke with Charlie before the big day.
Oh, geez, Louise, it's Charlie Behrens. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, real good here.
Oh, you know, no, I don't. Tell me, you know, or no.
We could go on and on with this.
Yeah, there's a couple, 2, 3 things we got to talk about here, you know. So you're going to be coming back here. How does it feel to come back to your alma mater?
Honestly, it's a crazy honor to do that. You know, you look at all like the notable people that have graduated from UW, and you're like, wow, I better not screw the pooch on this one. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, one thing I love about you is, I mean, you've really embraced being from Wisconsin, being a Midwesterner. You know, a lot of people try to escape their roots, but you've made a whole career out of it. What would your advice be to students who, as they enter the workforce, what would your advice be to them about embracing who they are and not running away from who they are?
Yeah, you know, I think it is a lot of diving down and finding out, you know, really just kind of what lights you up, what makes you you. And that could be where you're from or whatever it is. For me, that's what it was. I love Wisconsin. I love comedy. That lit me up. And I kind of just embraced it. And when I did, you know, everything happened from that point. And that was after spending a lot of years, like 10 years, you know, trying to be really something I wasn't. And you can find success doing something you're not passionate about, and you can find success doing something you're passionate about. So, you know, you might as well do the thing you're passionate about, or at least give it a go, you know.
Charlie, what kind of pearls of wisdom do you plan to share with the graduates?
Oh, geez, Louise, you know, I wrote the speech. I'm feeling good about it, but really it's a lot about taking chances, you know, and I think when I first graduated, I was very concerned about what my peers thought about me, you know, and that was in an age when we weren't even posting as much stuff on social media, but we were starting to. And I think sort of a trap people can get in is that they care so much about what people think, and they want to post it or show it, and so you're trying to be something you're not, almost off the top. And I think nobody really cares what you're doing, so you might as well sort of do what you love and see where that takes you, you know, and not worry if you're not making a lot of money right out the gate. I certainly wasn't. I was doing odd jobs, weird things, and weird things. I just mean weird jobs. Nothing too weird, okay?
This is a family show.
We don't need to hear that.
I'll tell you that right now. But, you know, it's just, life is fun, and I think it's about finding that fun and finding your true self. And sometimes we can lose our way, especially early on.
Well, and while you're here, I believe you're signing your book, and it's all kind of a survival guide about being from the Midwest. You're kind of an ambassador of the Midwest now. How do you feel about that title?
Well, look, I mean, truthfully, what my comedy is I'm not inventing this stuff. You know, like when I say watch out for deer, I didn't invent that. You know, my grandpa used to say that to me, you know, and I know what it means. It means I love you in a lot of ways, or like tell your folks I says hi. I didn't, you know, invent that. You know, that's just what I heard growing up. So I actually borrowed a lot from journalism, which I majored at UW for my comedy. And in journalism, you shine a light on something. And that's kind of, I think, what I've done with certain aspects of the Midwest. But if people like my stuff, they're really not liking it for me. They're liking it because they like where they came from. And that is what I like about my comedy, is that I don't see it as being really about me, but I see it as being about the Midwest, and I love the Midwest. So,
Charlie, last question. What is the #1 thing, if you can pick it, that you love about Wisconsin?
Oh, jeez. You know, it's either the people or the walleyes, and I'm going to have to get back to you on that. Yeah. You know.
I'm not going to make you choose. Yeah. You know, that's too hard. That's too hard.
Well, we are being told to wrap up. Should we do a Midwest goodbye?
Well, you know,
I suppose
it's about that time.
That's good stuff right there. The ceremony starts at 10 a.m. this morning. Congratulations to all those who are graduating today. Coming up this morning, honoring veterans on Wreaths Across America Day. We'll be right back.
All you have to do is point.
Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
Rewarding? With a BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
Never have I ever toured in a rock band.
Yup, I play a mean air guitar.
Never have I ever burnt the holiday dinner.
I have no reservations about making reservations.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item? Oh, come on.
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
Your wedding day. Your love. Your style. Your celebration. Your wedding place. Discover the Madison Club, the city's premier wedding venue featuring multiple unique spaces, stunning lake views, and award-winning cuisine. Inclusive packages now available.
All you have to do is point.
Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now is taking action, reaching out to our community to lend a helping hand.
Taking action by teaming with our neighbors and local leaders to help make this amazing community we share a better place to live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Right now, new details out of Janesville following a fatal mobile home fire that left 2 people dead. What we've learned about the victims. Also, paying respect to fallen veterans with a symbol of the holidays.
And it's definitely colder out there this morning. I'll track those temperatures today as well as that sun that should make an appearance and the next opportunity for some snow.
Good morning and thank you for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. I'm Shane Hogan. It is a cold one, Greg, and you know, you're tracking the snow, you're tracking these wind chills. That's really the thing you're keeping an eye on this morning.
Yeah, and we're just getting a little bit of a taste of what we could be getting later this week, too, right now. So wind chills are pretty cold right now. Really, out to the west, La Crosse, Rochester, still -1, -2 at Preston right now, just because they have cleared out a little bit. That's just the temperatures. We're more teens in southern Wisconsin. You factor in the wind chill, they're below 20 below, or even colder as you go further west of Rochester, taking account the fresh snow cover and lack of clouds. We've kind of kept the clouds intact, so we're seeing some wind chills, but still generally above 0. Overall, the big picture shows that out west, not much to speak of. That low that was really keeping our weather kind of cloudy and snowy is pushed off to the north. We're just seeing clouds, but you think this is clouds. It's actually not. It's actually a satellite picking up the cold temperatures at the surface. That's why it looks green. And otherwise, we don't have much clouds to the west, which is a good sign. We are going to see the sun today. Unfortunately, not much in the way of temperature rise with it. Overall, a few flurries were earlier for Janesville. Even La Crosse had a couple of them too. I think most of that is done with for this morning. Visibilities, we're not seeing much in the way of those issues. Also, today as you plan out, more sun this afternoon for La Crosse. Unfortunately, the temperatures are not going to respond much. Same story for Madison. More sun this afternoon, but still just barely trying to get to 20 degrees today too. So otherwise, travel impacts. The one thing you might have to deal with today with the sun coming out is that glare off the sun. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, cold temperatures today, but we have the next opportunity to snow that could impact some travel potentially. I'll time that out as well as how cold we're going to get later this week, a bit later in the broadcast.
Okay, Greg, thank you. We are learning new details about the 2 people killed in a fatal mobile home fire that happened Friday afternoon in Janesville. As fire officials continue working to learn what caused that mobile home to catch fire, our Andrew Banstra has more about the 2 victims that were killed.
A mother and daughter died in a Janesville house fire on Friday. While the cause is under investigation, foul play is not suspected. On the day of the fire, one victim asked her boyfriend, who also lived in the home, to bring her lunch. When he returned to work at McDonald's, he received the call. Janesville Fire says the home was engulfed in flames by the time they arrived.
The crews, first arriving crews, made a very heroic effort in attempting to get inside and locate the victims. Unfortunately, they were driven out by fire and heat. Initially, they were able to get back in within minutes.
They pulled one victim from the home who later died in the hospital, while the other victim had already succumbed to injuries. Neighbors say the daughter escaped from the burning home, but re-entered in an attempt to save her mother. When I met the boyfriend today, he was grieving and retrieving his belongings from the home that's now been deemed a total loss. The boyfriend was with his co-workers, hands charged, salvaging what they could. He didn't want to speak on camera, saying the victim was a private person. He wanted to respect her, saying she was the best person in the world. Through the rubble, they found a rosary and the ring he had given to his girlfriend. In Janesville, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Update now into the Watertown house fire from last week. Last night, the funeral services were held for those 3 siblings that were killed. So far, there's been no word on what caused that fire, which broke out shortly after midnight on the 9th. A GoFundMe to help support the family of the victims has raised nearly $41,000. If you'd like to donate, we've included a link to that GoFundMe page on channel3000.com. Well, we're just 3 days away from the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year. At Wisconsin Brewing Company in Verona, they're celebrating the solstice with a little party. The brewery crafted 3 brews for last night's party, but it wasn't just a party. It was also a Red Cross fundraiser. Dominic Rote is a local runner who's qualified for the 2023 Boston Marathon as a member of the Red Cross charity team. He's raising money to earn a bib so he can race in April, running in honor of his grandmother who passed away earlier this year.
To honor her memory, I decided to raise money for the American Red Cross to get a bib to the Boston Marathon.
Wisconsin Brewing Company has an event today. They're releasing some new beers. We are also doing a silent auction, chili fundraiser, and a 50-50 raffle today.
Rote hopes to fundraise $10,000 for the American Red Cross to get his bib so he can race next spring. Well, it's the last full weekend to take care of that holiday shopping. To help gift buyers, the UW-Madison Art Department hosted its annual holiday sale with plenty of items making for great presents. All the pieces available came from undergraduate and graduate UW art students who set their own prices for their artwork. Talking printed cards, paintings, ceramics, and glasswork, much more as well. Another cool thing about this sale was the opportunity to blow your own glass ornament, which was taught by a student glass-blowing club.
Our glass comes out of a furnace of about 2,000 degrees, so it's super hot, super kind of liquidy when we're working with it.
Across the country on Saturday, thousands of people showed their respect for veterans by giving a symbol of the holiday season. Wreaths Across America Day is a nationwide event to remember veterans by coordinating wreath-laying ceremonies. As our Catherine Merck reports, that event also made its way here to Madison at the Forest Hill Cemetery.
Across the country and right here in Madison, Wreaths Across America honors those who served. Thomas Broad is just one of those people with a veteran in his family.
My great-grandfather, who was a veteran of the Civil War, so it's in his memory,
that I joined this organization, the Sons, to remember him and the things he did.
He's here with the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War,
which is a group dedicated to keeping the memory of the Civil War veterans alive.
At Forest Hill Cemetery, they placed about 600 wreaths on graves with volunteers.
Wreaths Across America honors American veterans all across America and around the world, and because we are an organization dedicated to honoring veterans, we decided to join with their events.
Wreaths Across America says there's no better time to express gratitude for veterans than during the holiday season.
We're here to thank these men, but also wish them a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's, whatever greeting you want to give them. It's not a solemn occasion like Memorial Day is for men who died and men and women who died in combat, but it's just to remember that these people provided service to this nation.
It's an important message that every time of year, but especially now, it's important to honor those who served, both the community in Madison and the whole country.
Whether they were drafted or volunteered, it's something that we should be thankful for.
Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Wreaths Across America Day also made its way up to La Crosse. Members from the La Crosse Composite Squadron placed wreaths on more than 150 grave sites of fallen veterans at Woodlawn Cemetery. One service member says honoring all veterans and educating the public about those sacrifices is very important.
There's still thousands, hundreds upon thousands of wreaths across the United States that we haven't been able to cover yet. So the more that we can do this every year, that's the mission, is get every grave of a fallen soldier covered.
The local Civil Air Patrol Squadron has participated in Wreaths Across America since 2013. 70 cadets from the Wisconsin National Guard Challenge Academy graduated on Saturday. The Challenge Academy helps reshape the lives of at-risk youth while teaching them self-confidence and character. Plus, after graduation, the cadets get matched up with a mentor. The program's director says it's all about helping cadets meet their goals.
We help them, guide them on their goal, whatever goal that might be. If they want to join the employment world, if they want to go to college, if they want to join the military, whatever that is, we help them with that goal.
The next class begins on January 25th of 2023. If you're interested in signing your teen up, you can do so on the Challenge Academy's website. Still ahead this morning, how one local teacher is spreading joy inside her classroom. We'll be right back.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Add color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles. Lock in your rate and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything, like your future in-laws?
Hope you like cats.
I hope your parents like me. They're whispering.
The kitties like her.
Oh, can they tell I'm allergic? Tears of joy.
Welcome to the family.
Like knowing where you stand? When it comes to your credit score, you can with Wells Fargo.
There are moments in life, special moments, moments to share, moments to celebrate. Share the love. Celebrate the moment.
Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
Fairlife brings more to your holiday traditions. It's ultra-filtered milk with 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and a creamy taste. This season, turn delicious into delicious. Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Dress up your home for the holidays at Wanakee Furniture ETC and color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Yeah, if you look at satellite, you can see that areas to the west of La Crosse have lost the cloud cover. Therefore, they've went well below zero and obviously have some colder wind chills. We still have cloud cover over most of Wisconsin, but you can see the back edge is starting to come through. So more sun today. Unfortunately, we're not going to see much in the way of temperature increase. You can time those temperatures out today. Right now, -1 in Rochester, 16 in Madison. As we go through the day and this afternoon, Rochester and those areas will get up to the upper single digits, while southern Wisconsin, more upper teens, still colder than yesterday. Plenty of sun then comes out this afternoon, and then we'll see even colder temperatures overnight with clear skies. We'll get probably sub-zero in many of the areas. We're going to have snow coming Monday and Tuesday, Monday night, Tuesday for both locations, and then we're keeping an eye on that system coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We know for sure we're going to have the wind and colder temperatures. Just a lot of questions remain how much snow we might receive for that time period as we near now Christmas.
Okay, Greg, keeping an eye on it. Thank you very much. A teacher in the 608 is spreading joy inside her classroom in a very unique way. Josh Sprider takes us to a special classroom that is sharing love and reminding us that words matter.
The sound of a sticky note seems pretty simple, but inside this English classroom, it has a new meaning.
Mom was a teacher, Dad was a teacher, Grandpa was a teacher, Uncle was a teacher. So education felt pretty much like a natural fit.
Jennifer Doucette has been working in education for close to 18 years now, and this right here,
it turned out way better than I ever thought,
is her classroom inside Wanakee Community High School.
I'm not opposed to them coming in and feeling shocked and, you know, not sure where to go, but then eventually finding kind of comfort in those notes.
From inspirational messages to beautiful works of art, both current and former students are leaving their mark.
I let them ask the questions. Things got weird fast. In a really beautiful way to build connection.
I think it's really cool when you find like a Post-it note you can relate with.
Senior student Hannah Rada tells me finding that connection helps in making this sticky note classroom feel like home.
With Miss Doucette, like she's really a personal teacher and she gets to know you, and I think that's a really great way to connect with your students and like be able to help them learn and help them grow.
Even on the cloudiest day outside WCHS, inside, Miss Doucette is helping her students rewrite the narrative.
My vision for the room, you know, died in a day. So what became, however, is so much better. You know, my eyes, you know, grab onto a few notes when I look around the room, always. I love the words. I love the pictures.
And of course, she's got a few favorites posted right next to her desk, including this one, left by a former student who struggled with her mental health.
She left a note on my desk for me with a piece of writing, and the note just says, "The difference a year can make, never forget you make a difference." And so I keep it next to me for kind of rough days, to remind myself that this is like what I'm doing here. I will own that Post-it note for the rest of my life. Like, when these walls come down, that Post-it note will come with me.
Our thanks to Josh Sprider there. At the end of every school year, Miss Doucette laminates the sticky notes so they can be on display for years to come. She also has an Instagram page where she posts a lot of them so they can live on forever. You can find a link to that on channel3000.com. Coming up this morning, the Badgers have a new quarterback. We've got more on the newest transfer. That's next in sports. And you're taking a live look over the Capitol. A little foggy out there. It's a cold one as well. Greg's got the full forecast when we come back.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
Stock up for the holidays this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee canned green beans, just 39 cents. And Hy-Vee corn, just 39 cents. Get up to 12 cans of Hy-Vee corn or green beans for your holiday recipes. Only 39 cents each, only at Hy-Vee.
Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh,
can be oh so stressful. So give the gift of wellness with a gift card to Massage Envy, where more people go to look and feel better. Buy $100 in Massage Envy gift cards and receive a free $20 promo card. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Wow, this is where you work now?
Figured I deserved a more inspiring space. And with home values being up, I had a lot of equity. So I got a home equity line of credit from Summit, and voila, added a home office.
Took your business to the next level.
Hey, you two have been in your place for a couple years now. Any fun plans?
Well, we just finished a refi with Summit.
Really?
And the plan is to make a bunch of great memories.
We're gonna use the savings to get a camper.
Whatever your goals, Summit Credit Union can help you use your home's equity to go get them.
Dishes still coming out dirty? Maybe your detergent. Only Cascade uses Gone as a built-in pre-rinse system. It rehydrates dried-on food, lifts it off, and breaks it down, doing the pre-rinse for you. Cascade Platinum. Scrape, load, done.
We used to struggle with greasy messes. Now, we just free, wipe, and we're done.
With Mr. Clean Clean Freak, conquering messes is that easy. Clean Freak's mist is 3 times more powerful, and it works on contact. Clean Freak. Just freak, wipe, done.
Get Hy-Vee's best deals of the year this Friday through Sunday. Get bacon for just $1.99. That's Hormel Black Label Bacon, just $1.99. And 10 Hy-Vee brats for just $10. Only $1 each and only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it's going to be a quiet end to the weekend here where things are going to get a little bit more active as we get into this week. Right now, we still got some snow out there. Even Madison's still reporting some of the snow with this low, but that's not the real big issue today. Mostly maybe some wind chill this morning, but then we turn our attention to that system that's Monday night into Tuesday, an opportunity for 1 to 2 maybe inches of snow overnight, and then we start turning more of attention to that Wednesday system. That's just the beginning of it, and it stretches through Friday, and I'll have more on that in a little bit. But for today, we still got a little bit of light flurry activity this morning, but for this afternoon, most areas should start to clear out from west to east. That'll allow more sun this afternoon. Unfortunately, our temperatures won't respond. After tonight, clear skies, clouds will start increasing. We have that system to the south, kind of 2 pieces of it. That'll start increasing tomorrow afternoon. You can see that band of snow come through Monday afternoon, Monday late evening, overnight through Tuesday. That'll provide maybe an inch or 2 of snow. Exits basically Tuesday morning. Provides clear skies to go on. So not of a huge amount of snow, but still could provide some slick roads. For today, we're going to start finally seeing the sun here later this afternoon. Unfortunately, the temperatures are not going to respond. Just single digits out to the west of La Crosse, to southern Wisconsin, maybe get into the mid-teens, maybe a 20, but overall just colder than we had the past few days. But once again, we will see more sun. Fortunately, that means tonight's temperatures with clearer skies are going to fall off to mainly many areas sub-zero or even single digits for all the areas. Once again, something to keep in mind. It's going to be a cold start for your Monday morning to step outside. Then we'll start seeing clouds increase tomorrow. The snow, like I said, it'll take its time, more Monday late afternoon for areas to the west. Southern Wisconsin, probably more towards Monday evening. You'll start seeing that more of the snow. Once we get past that, we have a potentially stronger system that could provide more impacts. What we know for right now is we're going to have a period of snow coming through this time frame. It's definitely going to be windy, and the wind chills and the cold temperatures are going to be guaranteed on that too. What we don't know is how much snow, depending on the track of the system, when those worst conditions are, and how long it may last. Right now, Friday, but we may see conditions last through Saturday, too, depending on how it plays out. Right now, the first wave, this is Wednesday to Thursday, probability about 30 to 50% for greater than 3 inches. You see by the time we get to the next period, which is now Thursday a.m. to Friday, more of it's southeastern Wisconsin, better chance. Now, that's up to 50% now for greater than 3 inches through that time period. So we're going to track more of this as it comes through, but it's definitely something to keep in mind of as we head into the Christmas holiday here this time frame. Overall, you look at the quiet day for today, then we're going to have some more snow come Monday and Tuesday. Then all eyes turn to that system Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And like I said, regardless of how much snow we get for these locations, the wind definitely is going to be blowing and drifting that snow around. And then you could have some dangerously cold wind chills, especially Thursday night and Friday night, something to keep up. So keep in tune. We'll update you on this, but it could be an eventful week, especially towards the end.
Okay, Greg, thank you very much. Well, Badger football has been making headlines these last couple of weeks with the amount of commitments rolling in. Well, they're doing it again. Former Oklahoma quarterback Nick Evers announced that he is indeed coming to Wisconsin. Evers spent his freshman season behind QB1 Dylan Gabriel, and with Gabriel returning next season, Evers hit the transfer portal. The former four-star recruit was ranked one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the country coming out of high school. He'll arrive to Madison with 4 years left of eligibility. The Packers have a lot going for them heading into Monday night. The frigid temps have set in Green Bay, and the team is fresh off a bye, and several players are back from injuries as well. Plus, they get to face a familiar foe who also happen to be the defending Super Bowl champs. The Rams come to Lambeau tomorrow, and while all the all-time regular season series sits at 46, 46, and 2, the Packers have owned LA in the recent seasons. Including playoffs, the Pack have won 7 of their last 8 meetings against the Rams. Last November, beating them 36-28 at Lambeau. But how much does all of that recent success factor into this year's matchup?
You always want to know what you put on tape. I would say they're probably doing the same thing, studying us. But you know, every year's a new year. There's new pieces, there's new players out there, and you kind of evolve as time goes on as well. So I think it's just, you know, just part of it.
On the Packers' latest injury report, Aaron Rodgers, Romeo Doubs, and Darnell Savage were among those who had full participation. Aaron Jones was limited, along with Elton Jenkins, and David Bakhtiari did not participate. All right, Packer fans, not the news you want to hear, but there is indeed a new king of the North. After trailing by 33 points yesterday, the Vikings came all the way back to beat the Colts and completing the largest comeback in NFL history. This was a wild game. It also helped the Vikings clinch the NFC North for the first time since 2017. Also a note in this game, former Badger Jonathan Taylor went down with an ankle injury. This is after he suffered the same injury earlier this season where he missed 3 games. The Bucs were back home hosting the Jazz on last night. Chris Middleton and Giannis were both out, but Drew Holiday made his return. Bobby Portis gets things going early, steps back for 2 and the lead. Minutes later, then he throws down the hammer. Watch this one on the fast break for some insurance on the scoreboard. The Jazz battle back in this one, tie it up in the second quarter, and then Holiday goes off a 10-0 run. That double-digit lead, 22 from Portis, 21 from Drew Holiday in his return. The Bucs go on to win this one, 123-97. Well, hey, make News 3 part of your weekly routine by downloading the Channel 3000 app for the latest headlines and weather conditions 24/7. And when we come back, one man doing his best to spread some holiday cheer.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same.
Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family.
In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Complete your holiday wish list with a free limited edition bracelet when you shop Pandora Jewelry.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill.
But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Some numbers are thrilling. Some impressive. Some just right. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
News 3 Now. First warn weather before.
We do have the alert day for that winter storm coming through.
During.
Those roads are going to be very treacherous throughout the course of this morning.
You want to keep a good follow distance, and that's about 8 seconds when it snows.
And after the storms.
The snow is over with, but we're going to see some fog, some drizzle, and perhaps some freezing drizzle because of the melting of the snow, adding some moisture to the air.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team. First warn weather. Only on News 3 Now.
Finally this morning, the season of giving has multiple meanings for a Hutchinson, Minnesota man. John Lawrenson shows us how Marlon Bacon continues to do what he loves while battling a life-changing disease.
Every December, Lincoln Avenue in Hutchinson transforms into Candy Cane Lane. Look around and you'll see why. And it's all because of one man.
Everybody knows Marlon in Menards.
20 years ago, Marlon Bacon began making giant candy canes using tape, lights, and a lot of PVC pipe.
This is an 11-foot. We have 8-foot and 5.5-foot.
It was a way to meet his neighbors and a way to pay it forward. Marlon and his wife Lori don't make any money doing this. They only charge for the cost of materials. When word got out, it became more than just a neighborhood project. Are you surprised this took off the way it did?
I think we both were.
Over the years, Marlon has made over 2,500 candy canes, and they've spread like Christmas cheer. They can now be found in 18 different states. Closer to home, you'll find them in towns like Silver Lake, Glencoe, and of course Hutchinson, just to name a few. But this year, it's become more challenging for Marlon. Parkinson's disease has affected his hands and his voice.
I'm getting frustrated with two different things. I can't do them at the same time.
So he works with more breaks.
Keeps us busy.
Not wanting to disappoint his neighbors.
They just do. They love them.
I love Christmas.
That includes the Whiteley kids next door. You have 4 candy canes for each of you, right?
And there's 2 over there.
So they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Parkinson's or not, this is what Marlon loves. He's giving the gift of Christmas. One giant candy cane at a time. Marlon, as long as you can do this, you'll continue to do this, right?
That's the plan.
In Hutchinson, John Lordson, WCCO 4 News.
What a great story there, and you know, you got to love the holiday cheer. All right, Greg, before we go, real quick, check of the weather.
Well, we do have some more sun today. Still some flurries out there right now. It's going to be colder today. More snow returns Monday night and Tuesday, and then we have that system coming midweek, so pay attention to that. Could be a pretty big one coming.
All right, bundle up. It's going to be a cold week. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here next weekend.